Welcome back to the Helena Ice Arena, where at the end of one period, the Bighorns have a 1-0 lead over the Glacier Nationals. Bringing you up to date a little bit on the statistics from that first period, first of all. And unfortunately, my game analysis came from the wrong team. Let's see if we can get this going here. Right now, I've got no update, so we'll have to do without the statistics for a brief moment. Good action in the first period with the Bighorns controlling most of the period with the 1-0 lead. And I'm fiddling around with the computer here, and it's not letting me see any of the statistics. So I apologize about that, but we'll move on. Both teams are still in the locker room, although the ice has been resurfaced. The officials are out, and the horn has sounded. There's 16 seconds remaining on the Bighorn penalty, so there'll be a power play for the Nationals. Checking some of the other action in the league right now, 0-0, the Quake and Maulers. In the second period, the Great Falls Americans won and the Billings Bulls won. That game is being played in Butte. Earlier today, the Gillette Wild beat the Bozeman Ice Dogs 5-2. That game was played in Missoula. So, we welcome you back to AWHL Hockey, the DJ Automotive Challenge Cup. This is the third year of the Challenge Cup, and as we said before, if you're in Helena and have need for car repair, and we just would ask that you would check out DJ Automotive and tell them thank you for sponsoring AWHL and Bighorn Hockey. I think one of the things they may be doing is letting some of the ice refreeze. They're running on half compressors here at the arena, so the normal ice or optimum temperature for the ice would be in the range of anywhere from 18 to 22 degrees, and it's in the mid-20s. So it is it's going to be a soft track, as they say in the horse racing world, slow track. And in talking to some of the Bighorns players a little bit earlier, they were stating they were expecting the ice to be a lot worse than this, but it was a little slow. So looking up across the way, and we have a number of fans in attendance, and it's really surprising that we have this many people considering the changes in schedules and the moving around of the teams during this tournament. But I just noted a couple families coming in, and the lovely Sonia is right next to me. She is the one who has been given the responsibility to take a terrible situation and get these games up and going. How you doing, Sonia?
A little more relaxed.
She looks a little more relaxed than she did last night in Butte. So she's been working very hard. And, you know, sometimes behind the scenes, it takes a lot of people to put on these tournaments, to put on the games of the regular season, and Sonia does a great job. She was here all last year, and she's doing a great job right now. But she is more relaxed than she was when we didn't have any ice in Helena. Again, we're just, I think, waiting for a little refreeze of the surface, and I noticed the referee and the linesman were down talking to the Nationals coach, and now I think they're coming out a little bit here, so we're very close to getting this started again. There are a few little puddles remaining on the surface, and as the camera panned around a little bit earlier, perhaps you've had an opportunity to see that. The Nationals now coming out. For their pre-period skate.
We're not doing any more meters right now.
Okay. Thank you, Sonia. Just Sonia giving me an update on how we're going to do the rest of the game here. We're going to try to give the ice a little more time to freeze up after the Zamboni on the next period. So it will probably be about 20 minutes, maybe be a little longer than that between periods. We won't do any media timeouts this particular game to speed up the game, and that way we can get the ice in good condition. So waiting for the Bighorns to come out of the locker room. Haven't seen any action on that end of the ice yet. In the meantime, I'm going to try to upload again the statistics from that first period. And they're just not loading, so I apologize about that. Hopefully we'll have them in the second period and be able to bring those to you. Again, if you want to send us a message or have a question about some of the things going on, you can always reach us at bighornslive@gmail.com. Here come the Bighorns. Changing ends as normal during the period change. The Bighorns will be right to left on your viewing screen. The goaltenders look like they're remaining the same. Lazarski in for the Bighorns and Caffrey in for the Nationals. It's kind of a great logo. The Nationals, of course, last year played in the NORPAC, and they're going to be joining the AWHL this year, and kind of like their logo, of course, taking the a little license from the Glacier National Park emblem, and it's I like their emblem, so looking forward to seeing them several times this year. We're ready for second period hockey. The 16-second power play for the Nationals. As we begin, Helena sends the face-off down to the National end, and they may not get much out of this remaining 5 seconds on the power play, and sure enough, it's gone. So teams at full strength. Skating out on the ice now is Dylan Webster. Big hit along the near boards here, right below us. And hand pass there, but it was in the defensive end. Onside here. There's a shot just high, rising by Ben Henney. Now a little shot that just was tipped, and the whistle didn't blow, and there was a lot of pushing and shoving. It was just a little shovel toward the goaltender, Caffrey, who stopped it, and then there was a scuffle, but there was no whistle. It looked like, from this angle anyway, that he had the puck covered, but the referee, and now I'm seeing what the problem is, the referee's whistle was not working. He has gotten a new whistle, and he was trying to stop the play, and nobody was listening to him because the whistle wasn't blowing. Changed by both sides. Bighorns sending out Belling here to take this draw. Good job by Jacob Wolter to keep that one in. The puck coming along the near boards, and the Nationals are going to get this out. Helena having to replay here. Cross ice. D. Hansen to Wolter. Wolter! Oh, couldn't pull the trigger. He got his stick caught up by the defender, and that was, let's see who that was, and a big hit. Wolter on Jones right below me here, so the body's out flying early in the second period. Nationals take it in. That's tipped and deflected wide of the net. Nationals putting their first pressure of the period here. Behind the net. Peterson to take this for Helena. Can't quite get it out. He hits the ice hard there. Wolter taking it in the corner, flips it out. It's out of the zone. D. Hansen racing for it, not going to make it. Redmond's there. And it's going to be a penalty here, 2 minutes for head contact. Jackson Schroeder, the forward out of Whitmer Lake, Michigan, is going to the box. I'm familiar with a lot of locations in Michigan. I'm not sure where Whitmer Lake is. If you're a fan and you want to let me know that, bighornslive@gmail.com. Back to live action on the power play, this time for the Bighorns. Got the puck in the zone. Working it down low here. This time to Logan Henney. Logan Henney now gives that one up to Parker Olson. Henney gets it back. There's a quick pass. Olson now with the puck. Oh, and he couldn't quite get it away. And a good poke check there by the defenseman. Looked like Joe Dixon that time out of Anchorage, Alaska, just getting his stick in the way. Otherwise, that was a good opportunity for a goal. Here's a turnover, shorthanded. Spooner tired, just getting it down low. He's coming off for a change here for the Nationals. 17:25 remaining, second period. A minute 15 on the power play for Helena. There's a turnover, shorthanded. Kinder with a shot, and it goes right into the chest of Lazarski. Again, our goaltender tonight for Helena, Alec Lazarski, 5'9", 165-pounder out of North Bend, Washington. Minute 8 remaining on the power play. Helena taking this back. Devin Smith sends it over to the right side to his teammate Nelson. Nelson gains his own, is going to head for the corner. Looking for somebody to pass to. Circling around, now back up to Smith on the point. Smith lines up and a shot low. And a good stop there by Caffrey. Little action afterwards, but no harm, no foul on that one. Both teams changing up here. 46 seconds remaining on the Bighorn power play. And it's back into the Helena zone. Thank you, Aurora. Appreciate the email into us here at bighornslive.com. Here comes the hole. They get it on side. Working down low is Mannery. Mannery, several big plays in yesterday's game. Bighorns controlling there. Play down low, surveying out in front, loose puck. Game loses a skate there. Game had it for a moment and just lost an edge. Bighorns trying to take it up, and they're going to have a turnover here. Penalty's over. Team's at full strength. Spencer bringing it up, looking for to pull the trigger. Does. Goal! Tucker Spooner, I called him Spencer, but Tucker Spooner, number 15, the forward, out of Vancouver, Washington, sends that one right through the 5-hole. So the shot was well placed and got through, tying this hockey game at one apiece. So a good job by the Nationals to put a little pressure on here after Helena dominated most of the first period. Even strength goal. The Nationals coming out flying here, and this is going to be a penalty on Redmond. I believe it's a cross-checking call. So Redmond heading to the penalty box. Defenseman out of Vancouver, Washington. 2-minute penalty, and the Bighorns going back on the power play. So he definitely was checking from behind. It may have been a boarding call. He was close to the boards there. So I didn't catch what the referee's signal was. But anyway, 2 minutes on the board. Here come the Bighorns. Awfully good at the power play. Kevin Choi at the top sends this one toward goal! Kevin Choi with the Bighorn goal. So 9 seconds into the power play, the Bighorns score. Don't have any information where Kevin's from. The stat sheet doesn't have his hometown, so, but a good goal for Kevin. It's 15:25 remaining, second period, a 2-1 Bighorn lead. Nationals desperately trying to get it out of their end here, and they do, and here's a rush, and this is going to be a penalty. Yeah, this one happened right below us here, and it's going to Jake Nelson. I couldn't get a look at his face. It's either Jake or Brandon Rubble. Both of them are wearing 19. Rumble out of Kent, Washington, and Nelson, hometown boy here in Helena. So a power play for the Nationals with 15:02 remaining, a minute 50 remaining on the power play. Let's see what they can do. Trailing 2-1, the Nationals bringing it up here on the near boards. That was Dixon trying to get it up. They get it into the zone. Chasing it is Givens. Now back down to Givens. Working hard. Here's a breakaway in toward the net. Loose puck! And a great save, but very dangerous. Chris Cutshall out of Anchorage, Alaska, broke in there. Sent a nice shot, and Lazarski was up for the play, but the rebound came right in front. No defender there to clear it out, so Helena sending back in. They're all coming out for a change. Full change by the Bighorns. There comes Rosencrantz is up there for the Nationals, not able to get anything going there as Helena gets out. Good hit right below me here as Helena trying to send a message right now to the Nationals. Walter and Camp on the forecheck, or the forwards for Helena. Here comes gaining the zone as the Nationals. Kinder can't quite get that over, and this is going to be a turnover here as Helena. Oh, and there's a big hit in the corner. That was... Yeah, I'm sorry I'm hesitating here, making sure everybody's okay. Camp was the recipient of that hit, and I think it was put on by Jackson Schroeder. And it was a big one from behind. No call on the play. And the Bighorns can't keep this in. Schroeder again working his man along the boards, but what a hit. That's onside. It didn't look pretty, but that was an onside play for the Bighorns, as they had 3 players tied up there right where the puck was going across. Choi back there on defense, gathering this one in, and here comes the Bighorns. This is Parker Olson. Olson across the blue line, chasing to the corner. He's going to have it behind the goal, gives it up there. I think that was Austin Givens who tied that up. Score! Devin Smith from the left point threw that one up toward the net, high, right over the glove of the goaltender Caffrey, and Caffrey was well screened. In fact, he was screened so well I couldn't see the puck going to the net because of the players right in the line between the left point and the net. So a Bighorn goal, making it 3-1. Devin Smith with that one. We'll see who a little bit later who's going to get the assist. All right, from California. Thank you for sending the email. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. You're seeing a really good hockey game right now. 11:55 remaining in the second period. A 3-1 Bighorn lead. Late change here by the Nationals. They're going to control off the face-off and get it out of the zone, but they turn it right back over to Devin Smith here in the middle. This one back over. That was for Jesse Game. Game couldn't quite control it. Now he's going to not be able to control this one. This one was on goal. Game was coming up the backside, not able to handle that. Here comes Kinder. Kinder up the near side, loses the puck, shoots it on goal, stick to side, puck to the corner. Helena having a hard time getting this one out. Finally, well, Smith is still there working it, and oh, what a golden opportunity there. As Boberg, the defenseman out of Littleton, was right there, just skipped right by his stick. Big hit on Boberg, put on this time by Dylan Webster of the Bighorns. Here they come. This is a breakaway now. Camp couldn't quite put it in. The rebound sitting there. And now Ben Henny has it, sends it down low. What an opportunity by Theo Camp, and just couldn't quite get it in the net. Camp calling for it, camped out in front. Henny in the corner. Back to Peterson. Peterson at the point, saves it, does keep it in, but it's going to be sent around. Henny couldn't quite catch up to that, and finally the Nationals do get it out of the zone. Here comes Henny. He's going to take the puck. He's got a man in front coming in. Sharp angle. That's poke checked away. And the Nationals are going to ice the puck here. So, 10:03 remaining second period. A 3-1 Bighorn lead with the face-off coming back to the Nationals defensive end. The Nationals last year struggled a bit. 6-35-1 in the NORPAC. Joining the AWHL, which I think in some cases will help with some of their travel. At least teams like Missoula and Helena and Great Falls. D. Hansen brings this back up. It's now Belling. Belling sends this right on net. And an easy play there for Caffrey. And wisely decides just looking down. Sorry about the interruption. I'm just looking down the ice at one of the players who lost their helmet. So making sure he was okay. Face-off coming to Caffrey's stick side here. Belling. And not able to keep it in. This is a delayed offside here. Helena back on now. They're going to chase. Choi back for this one. Sends it over to his defensive partner. That's Hawgood. Hawgood getting roughed up a bit. He goes to the ice. And here comes Belling. Belling kicks this one up. This one is to Wolter. Wolter tried to center there. Couldn't quite get it. And that one's lifted up by the Nationals into the Bighorn bench. And this face-off, I think, is going to... We'll see where they're going to put it. It should be inside the zone because it came off one of the National stick, but they're going to... Linesman Killebrew is bringing this one out outside the blue line, so that's where it'll be. This puck all the way back. Rumble chasing this one back. lofted out, but Nationals not able to control it and get it back into the Bighorn zone. Again, just lofted out, and here they come. 3-on-2 break. Bighorns can't quite get there. There's a quick turnaround shot. That one taken from a sharp angle. Parker Olson on that one. There's a delayed penalty here. Extra skater on. Henny coming out now. One toward the goal. A goal! So the extra skater was brought out on the delayed penalty. And there's going to be another one here. So the goal, I believe, will go to Brandon Rumble, and in the box, Chris Cutchell, the forward out of Anchorage, Alaska, and I think they got the referee talking to the scores table here right below me. Let's see what this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct or what the call is. As the Bighorns were celebrating, he came into that group, and I don't know if that's the call or what. There's going to be a small bit of ice repair right on the blue line right now while they're taking this short timeout. If I get some information, I'll pass it on to you, but I'm trying to listen in on what's going on, but it's difficult with the headphones on to find out. And there's going to be another little timeout. They're going to do some more repair on the ice. A couple of the players, there's a chunk of concrete showing right below. And this is, I'm looking right below me here at the end of the Nationals bench. And this would be about where they step out of the door. There's probably, a chunk of concrete, maybe 3 inches long by an inch or two wide, that was showing. The ice here has had some problems getting established after some compressor problems. They've got it, for the most part, taken care of, but it is a thin surface right now, so they'll take this little time to do a couple little repairs at 8:22 remaining in the second period. We thank you for joining Bighorn Hockey here on the AWHL Hockey Network. Again, if you want to drop us a line, we want to hear from you. It's at bighornslive@gmail.com. I know a number of the families from last year I hear from occasionally, and I enjoy hearing from you. Also, occasionally I get down between periods and talk to some of the players and can pass messages on. I appreciate the, I think it's the Jesse Games family, if I'm not mistaken, Lake Forest, California. We've had a couple shouts out from them, and I appreciate California turning in to our broadcast today. Back to action here. And there's nothing on the board right now, so this may be a misconduct penalty that was handed out to the Nationals, because we have 5-on-5 hockey, so we'll try to get that straightened out. Back is chasing Okada. Okada taking this around, looking up. That's cut off, and he gets taken hard into the boards by his number counterpart, Kinder, out of Dearborn, Michigan, for the Nationals. Quick shot there on goal, easily steered aside. And here come the Bighorns with a head of steam up the far side. That was Parker Olson. Olson not able to get anything going. Comes out to Hawgood. Right there. Loose puck in front. And they couldn't quite get it home. So good opportunity there. Just couldn't quite put that loose puck in. And there's going to be a penalty coming up here. is coming to the Bighorns. This is going to be on Logan Henney, the forward out of Fairbanks. He's going to get boarding call. And the recipient of that hit was Jay Johnstone, the defenseman out of Anchorage. And he went hard into the boards, and I think it's going to be a charging call, actually. He took a big run at him. So, power play for the Nationals, with 7:18 remaining in the second period. And an interference call is coming up here as they were racing down the ice. Jesse Game that time diving to get that puck, but I think before he even got there, it was Jonathan Walker, the forward out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, was interfering with him, and that was the call anyway, so that negates the power play. We're 4-on-4 hockey for 1:52, and then we'll have an 8-second, barring no other penalties, an 8-second power play by the Bighorns. There's a little shot by Game right off the face-off, but it was chipped up right into the glove of the goaltender, Caffrey. 4-on-4 hockey here. Maltz was taking that draw. Have Maltz on the ice. Kevin Choi now racing toward the side of the net. He came in from his defensive position and had it wide open. There's a shot with the save taken there by Logan Hawgood. And puck cleared by the National defense. There's Game trying to get the puck on the stick and not able to there for a shot. Nationals can't clear the neutral zone. There's going to be another penalty as soon as they touch up, and there it comes. And I don't think it was real intentional, but it definitely was a trip. It's coming to number 5 for the Nationals. I do not have his name. There's 2 number 3s, so it might be Dustin Parman, the forward out of Spring, Texas. If I can get more information, we will, but he's getting 2 minutes for tripping, so 4-on-3. And here comes another repair job. It seems like most of the problems with the ice are right where the teams are coming in and out of the benches, which would make sense that gets or sees the most wear and tear on a regular basis. So a stoppage of play as the arena crew is attempting to pack some snow. Chris Schroeder, I appreciate you chiming in. Whitmore Lake, Michigan is just north of Ann Arbor. Thank you for cluing me in on that. I have a lot of family in the Grand Rapids area, and also my grandparents for years had a farm in East Jordan. So I'm very familiar with the Michigan region. Spent many a summer as a young man up there for a couple weeks each summer. So thank you for letting me know where your hometown is. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Say hello to all those Michiganders for me. We're back to action, 4-on-3. A Bighorn power play here for 1:14. Nice stop of the puck there, this time by Choi. Choi back over to the near side. And backhander attempted there, not quite in by Hawgood. Hawgood had a great opportunity and now takes a run. Took a run at, Brandon Vitale out of Portage, Michigan. I know where Portage is, just south of Kalamazoo there. And this sent back down to the other end. The Bighorns will regroup, so a good job of escaping some problems there by the Nationals as the Bighorns are trying to get something going here. Not able to get across the blue line. Choi is just going to send this one down deep. Change here now. Jesse Game coming back on. He's on along near boards. Passes out there. Walk in by Belling. Belling with pass and an open net. Trying to get that done. And there is going to be, I think this is going to be a delay of game call. Yes. Boy, they were in real trouble there. The goalie was out of the net. And Paul Kinder, the forward out of Dearborn, appeared to reach out and knock the net off, and he's going to the penalty box. So there's 13 seconds remaining on the Helena penalty, and they still have, it's a 4-on-3 still right now, but we have 4 players for the Nationals in the penalty box. The Nationals bench, where I'm sitting, I'm above the ice, but right above the penalty box for the Nationals, and the coach imploring them, no more penalties. Back to action. Helena trying to get something going. There's a good opportunity there momentarily by Jesse Gabe, who couldn't quite get his stick on it. And now it's going to be a penalty here, and I think this is coming on D. Hansen. Let's see what happens with the call. There's been a number of penalties, a lot of people in the penalty box right now. And it is not going to D. Hansen, but rather to Corbin Belling, the forward out of Des Moines, Iowa for the Bighorns, is in the penalty box. I didn't see the referee's call here, but there's 2 minutes going back up. So Redmond is now in the box for the Nationals, as the referee tends to sort this out. It's preseason. The referee Spoor does a lot of games here in Helena, and he's a veteran. But it's preseason for the linesmen and the referees, too. So they're getting their feet wet on this new season, and I think there's just a little bit of confusion. There's been a number of calls here, and we'll try to get it straightened out and summarize this if I get my statistics up on my computer during the next intermission. So this timeout here will let us check perhaps some of the other action in the AWHL. And we'll try to bring that up here in just a second. And there's Uncle Luis is in California, and Uncle Lewis is cheering Jesse on. We thank you for that email. And we hope you're enjoying the action. Let me check the additional scores here, if my browser will allow. And again, I apologize for the little bit of delay. Normally, I'm not this herky-jerky with my play-by-play. But right now, first period, 9:11 left. The Yellowstone Quake and the Maulers are tied 1-1. Earlier in the day, the Gillette Wild beat the Ice Dogs 5-2, and the Billings Bulls and Great Falls Americans are tied 1-1. That's in the third period. The Bulls and Americans are playing in Butte right now, and the other game, the Quake and Maulers, are in Missoula. So that's a catch-up on the rest of the preseason action here in the AWHL. After the third intermission, of course, the outcome of this game will determine the who plays when tomorrow and where. And so we'll try to bring you up to date with that later in the game. Right now on the board for the Bighorns, we have Corbin Belling has got 2 minutes for a minor penalty. There are 2 penalties up on the board right now for the Nationals, and that would be Paul Kinder's minor at he's got 1:25 on that, and then number 5 for the Nationals, who may be Dustin Parman. There's 2 threes listed on the program, but we'll try to get a confirmation on that later. So anyway, back to live action, 4-on-3 Nationals in the Helena zone, and here come the Bighorns. Bringing it up is Josh Maltz. Maltz sends this one to the corner. He's going to go chase. He's got help on the other side. This is going to be Mannery. Mannery tries to center this. This is tipped out. Rumble back over across the way for Smith. Smith takes this in. Mannery tries to get this done. Now 4-on-4 here as the penalty's over for the Nationals. And this one, wow, just sent down the ice. That was right on goal. Nationals wanting a change. They're getting one here. And that's an icing. As nobody touched that, the long pass sent up the ice. Nobody could get a stick on it. So the puck will come back down to the Bighorns defensive end. We've seen a trickle of fans come in throughout the game. No cover charge tonight to get into the stadium, and there was some confusion with games being played both in Butte and Missoula, where the game was. So despite that, a number of fans coming out and enjoying this, and they're seeing some really good hockey. Here come the Bighorns. Nelson brings it back up to Henny. Henny sends that one deep. Camp is there. Camp back over to Henny down low. Henny tries to center that. That's nicely broken up there, and that was by Vitale. Nationals able to get this down, and icing's going to be waved off here as Big John Peterson out of Sweden was able to get that puck, and here comes Henny. Henny with the shot. Had Camp there. Theo Camp was right up against the goalie. He was able to stop in time, but was leaning a little bit, and the goalie just kind of fell down backwards, and a couple of the Nationals taking exception to that, but I think it was just incidental contact there. Well, 3:36 remaining in this second period. We're glad you're with us tonight. Got your emails, Sandra? We're glad you've emailed. What's the holdup? There have been a couple small delays because of ice repair. The compressors here in Helena have had some difficulties, and they've gotten two of them replaced. And the ice is thin in spots, and so they've had to do some periodic repairs, especially near the blue lines where the teams come out of the bench area. So that's what the occasional holdup is. There'll be an extra long intermission to allow the Zamboni to come out and get the ice ready and get the ice frozen. Back to action. Wolter sends this one down to the corner. He had jumped up to the defensive position. Normally plays it forward. Nice poke check by him to get the puck away. He's down on the ice, putting some pressure on. It is a power play for the Nationals. That is now over as Corbin Belling has now come out. That shot wide. Rebound. It couldn't quite get put back in the net. There's going to be another penalty here. Rosencrantz was the forward who had an opportunity there for the Nationals. And the Bighorns have another penalty, so the Nationals are going to get another opportunity on the power play here. And it is the big Swede, John Peterson. 6'2", 175 pounds. Going to the penalty box, 2 minutes. Back to action here. Back out. This is Vitale. Sends it back over to Watney. Watney sends that one down. Couldn't get on it. Here comes the Bighorns. D. Hansen. Hansen trying to put a move on. Vitale hauls him down. This is going to be a penalty. And Hansen had a good head of steam there heading up the far side of the ice, and there wasn't much that the defenseman out of Portage, Michigan could do. Shout out to those of you in the Portage, Kalamazoo area. Hope you're watching tonight. Belling to take this for the Bighorns. Comes back out to the point. Choi trying to correct things. Back to Choi. Hansen has it. Tries to get that one through. It doesn't. Rebounds all the way out. A nice block that time by number 4 for the Nationals. I don't have that number, so I apologize. Don't have that name, rather, for that number. 2:06 remaining in the second period. 2 penalties on the board. There is 4-on-4 hockey going on. Minute 20 left on the penalty to John Peterson for the Bighorns, and then Brandon Vitale. There is a minute 37 on his penalty. Watney. Shot partially blocked, well wide. Choi back over to his teammate. Hallgood. Hallgood gets dumped. That little shot, bad angle, goes down. Hallgood going to clear, can't quite get it. This is Johnstone. Johnstone tries to send it back down. He does. Choi there to get it. Is now back up. Winfield gets it out, and he's battling with his man right in front of the bench for the Nationals. Hallgood and Jonathan Walker going at it, and they're still pushing and shoving. Givens is on the ice for the Nationals. So Wyatt Winfield is heading to the box, and we know that much. And Logan Henney's heading to the box. So we've got 2 Bighorns going to the box here, 2 minor penalties. Already 2 on the board. So Logan Henney and Wyatt Winfield are the players with the infractions. There are 3 Nationals in the box. Only 1 of their penalties is up on the board. The other were misconduct penalties, I believe. So it's a 4-on-3 situation. Ben Henney to take the face-off for Helena. This comes back out to the point. Nationals control it there. Back down low. This one is to Kinder. Kinder now has a sharp angle on the side. He does a good job of driving Logan Hallgood off to get that. But here comes Henney. This is 2-on-2. Head of steam. Henney not being denied, a good skater, and shovels a shot after Watney was able to get him off the puck, and that went wide, but a good hustle there by Henney. Hallgood sends this across to his partner in crime, Nick Okada. Okada just sends that up to the neutral zone. Pops up, just missing the ceiling. Change here. Here comes Theo Camp. Givens onside with the shot. And that's stopped in the net coming off here. And Alex Lazarski getting in a good one there against the National player. Give him a little reminder who's boss in the net. That was against Paul Kinder, the forward out of Dearborn. Well, Lazarski out of North Bend, Washington, did a good job of stopping that puck and was proceeded to give a little face wash as a reminder who's boss. Face off coming to Lazarski's stick side here. Thank you, David Okada, for that shout out. Appreciate the kudos and glad you're washing it. I think you're going to see a lot of good things out of your son in the Bighorns this year. Here we go. Bighorns on a rush. Back. Score! Dylan Webster with a beautiful feed. Both from Camp. I believe Camp and Choi are going to get the assists on that, but Webster with a nice goal there. The forward out of Cedar Park, Texas. 5-1 Bighorns, 16 seconds remaining, second period. Still have a... Well, it's 4-on-4. situation, although the other penalty's not up on the board right now for the Nationals. Is a quick shot from the near side, easily steered away by Caffrey, and that's going to do it. So a lively second period here with the Bighorns up 5-1. We ask you not to turn off your browsers. We'll keep the camera rolling during the intermission. I just want to remind you there's going to be at least a 20-minute break here during the intermission to do some additional ice work. And but do not turn off your browsers. About 3 minutes remaining. You'll see your screen go blank for a little bit, and it'll come right back on as I reset the file, and we'll be back to live action. We'll also update you on the scoring and the penalties for the first and second period. So, from the Helena Ice Arena in beautiful Helena, Montana, at the end of 2 periods, the Bighorns 5 and the Nationals 1. You're watching AWHL Hockey. Yeah, it's running right now. I just have the sound off here. So, and the reason is that to make sure they know the broadcast is still going. And about 3 minutes before the period, I shut it down just briefly because I have to change the file name on the download, and then it comes right back on. So, we keep it running so they make sure it's straight, like we lost it. So, like you've done this before. Last year was my first year, and I've done some high school work, basketball announcing. I filled in for Carroll a couple times. They were on board announcer when they did the national championship. They were going after one of the team, and so I did that. But all of us have different gifts, and I guess this is just one. So I don't know. So anyway, it's a lot of fun, but. It's, a lot of it is there's a lot of folks that are probably better voices than I do, but a lot of it's keeping up and calling out names because you can't always rely on names in the back. You got to try to memorize numbers, and I'm bad at that. But it's fun. I have a good time with it. Well, that was my first time doing that. That was kind of fun. Well, let me tell you, once you get to where the action is, that's the hard part. I can tell you're doing a good job. You know why? Because last year the players were up here, and I kept getting emails about how crappy the work was because some of the players just really didn't pay attention. So I know you're doing a good job, but we're not getting your comments. All the comments are a great broadcast, so it's all going good. Yeah, they'll let you know.
get such a crappy truck.
Yeah, they got a good set. I think, you know what I might do is take some measurements and build a box. So know exactly how much I'm getting. Yeah, I might, because I think the woman will get you. Sorry if you know how that is.
Actually, monopod might work better. I have a monopod.
This is right here.
I think it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because you're always going to be moving the camera anyway, except times like this. But yeah, I don't know.
But then you can't just leave it there.
Right. Unless we built
cases like this,
we'd have to have some here to strap it down. Velcro strap. Or who knows? Yeah, as we go along, we'll have to perfect this. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Figure out this.
And you reach out people and make sure. I want to stand back to that. That's what happens when you're we have to practice. Who takes a longer shower? What the heck is this? Who is more likely to destroy property with water? Who is more likely to destroy property with water? Who has the worst case of beauty? Who is the child? There we go. I can't see what they want to make today. Look at the bottom. I don't know what that was. Before you go to class, some rules. The two most closest to the blue circle in hell will be winners. But if you hit them directly hit the blue circle, completely hit the blue circle, if you win the best prize, $100. Are you guys ready to jump up? Are you guys ready to jump up? Alright, let's demonstrate. 1, 2,
Fixed the tripod.
Oh, perfect.
The wobbly.
Yeah, what was wrong with it?
Just needed to twist.
Oh.
You guys can do it.
How do you like it? Good. Woo. Olivia wanted me to.
Who's the one that scored?
I forget her name. I think it's Becky or it's not Melissa. I think it might be Becky. But Olivia wanted me to double check with you and make sure you're still okay to do those 2 games.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then was she want help with any other?
Any of the other games?
Yeah.
I guess I could spend the whole day here.
The Glacier
Probably
club.
what you did.
Yeah.
Is this your full-time job?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Do you need
You know, we may not do. We could use another videographer up here because we don't really have anyone to do this setup.
the only part I'm not sure about is
Right.
I
Yeah.
went through all that kind of fast, so I'd have to see that again.
Well, and it's pretty much lined out here, and I can explain it to you more tomorrow, and I can even take.
Oh, I'd get here early enough, right? Once you do it once.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm setting up the DJ here. And I can do videographer.
Okay. Perfect. I think we're pretty set, unless we wanted to do like statistician for the night game. Unless Sean doesn't show up. He's kind of touch and go.
Yes, it doesn't show up for it.
Goal judging. So it's up to you. I want you to feel like you.
Statistician. I'm trying to remember what that is.
That's what she's been doing up here, basically counting shots on goal, and then when a goal is scored, who's on the ice. So, like, if the Bighorns score a goal, you write down the 5 players or whatever for both teams, and then you circle who scored the goal. Because the people who are running point straight down below have to enter all that information.
Do you have any games tomorrow?
This is what we have right now. Okay.
I need to practice because I'm really slow trying to get these numbers down when I get here.
Yeah, they move fast. Are you a Marshall too?
No,
Or a
I'm
Colter?
fine.
I knew that. Green Park.
If you don't like having two, I can come before or 2 weeks practice.
That's fine. Because like I was telling him, Sean Corbett signed up to do all day. And he's kind of flaky. So I'll have to call him and double check with him.
You sign up for?
He's got penalty box, scorekeeper, goal judge. I don't know if Aaron will be doing that. So we might put you on scorekeeper that game.
You don't like having two for the 4 o'clock?
Yeah, and we can always move Kyle somewhere else.
Oh, I just need to practice it.
Yeah.
The prices of the guys.
Yeah, I gave them to Mitch already. Yeah. Sure. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, really, we're just trying to get enough people that we can slot everybody in where they need to be. Yeah, I mean, you can go enjoy the rest of the game. I won't make you work on your day off anymore. I guess if you wanted to go kind of watch the DJ for a little bit, you can do that. Tonight's his first night too, but you can kind of get a quick feel for how the software is set up.
Hey, did you already change this? Huh? I've about followed a couple times.